is LaDonna with Happy-go-Lowery's Creations, and tonight we are going to try and use the sea salt spray. This is 100% natural texture additive, so we're going to try this tonight. It says it is the best chalky additive to create a chippy, textured, and weathered look. So we are going to try this. Open up the curtain just a little bit. There was so much sun beating in there. And we are actually going to do it part on our A-frame with the acrylic. And this is the mason jar cotton. So we're going to try this, okay? We're going to see. And I will tell you that, sorry, I was carpet cleaning today, so I was trying to wait for my carpet to get a little bit done so I could come in here. So, and like I said, this is our, mason jar cotton. And you think I could learn how to spell by now. Well, I really can't spell. So there we go. We have that. And we're just going to do our hashtags real quick. And then we're going to get on here, because I know you guys don't want to see me tapping and that, but like I've said a few times, it does not allow me to share this until I am live, and I don't like that. And I always think, well, what the hey? So, we're going to get this set. Hey, Cindy, how are you? So this one is really cute. This one is a nice in-between this and sunflowers. Are a nice in-between from 4th of July, Americana, patriotic, until fall. So I like this. I just love how this one turned out. I just think it's so nice. Now I could have just did like a small round with like the darker colors, or I could have went in with a paintbrush and did each one. So there's so many different ways to do chalk. I love. Oh, thank you. It does not want to stay up on the shoulders like it's supposed to, but yeah, I want people to see that I have different shirts besides the t-shirts that I make. Hey Tammy, how are you? So we're going to do this, and we're going to put that little bee on the bag. Did any of you ladies do any Amazon Prime shopping days? So this actually comes, this A-frame comes with 2 surfaces, and then you could get this surface separate, and this surface, and we'll do this, and then we'll do it. Man, my whole phone seems like it's kitty-wobbered. So, hey Lisa. So we're going to start with this, and get the scissors, and then we are going to have fun with the sea salt. Now, is there like, oh, I should have looked to see if it said, if there's like, so it looks frosty, is there like, you know, like a protective sheet on there? Maybe not. If there is, I sure can't find it. But I think there is. So, we're doing pretty good today. Today's been a little bit better day. Dallas went pretty good. And he came home and went straight to bed, which is not unusual for him. And I did a little bit of cleaning and then prepping the carpets. Well, oh my God. You would think if there's a sheet on here that you could tell, but it looks like it. But I don't want to like screw it up, so I'm going to try and take one of these straight pens and see if I think there's a protected sheet. See, I thought so. So I took the straight pen. So I can get that off. And now we got to try and find it on this side as well. See, they could leave just a little extra tab on here so that you could find it a little bit. You know, just to make it a little bit easier, but there we go. Yeah, I would let myself take a nap today, and I've been drinking this stuff from these little bottles from pharmacy to help with weight loss and to help with keeping me awake. So those have been working pretty dang good. So we are going to pull this off. And because we're doing it on acrylic, you want to see how that just like, yeah, you want to kind of fuzz. Now, if you're worried about it turning on itself, do one side, flip it down, pull it up, put it down. And then you can see it'll be a little bit easier each time. So I don't know how this is supposed to fit in there, man. Oh man. I could have swore they did this design when they're showing it to us on here. But I might have to grab a different piece because that looks really small. That looks really small, so let's take a piece that we have close by. I have something in here I can use real quick. This will work. Get out of that. No, I think that's too short, but this one would work. So, hey Rita, how are you? So we are going to do this. Yeah, I could have swore they did it, but you know what? I forgot. We have new acrylic size surfaces, and they probably did it on that. Sometimes I tell you. Almost. I don't know if I want it on the black side or the white side, because the cotton is going to be white, but I think I need to get me a pair of tweezers here. So I can do it on this side, or I can do it on the black side. What would you like to see? White or black? White or black? And some of the reasons that I love like these different shapes is because I can use it, wipe it off, and start all over again. So there's some that I don't want to take off, and that's why it's nice that they sell these surfaces and you can just go and get, you know, like a different surface. So I think to make the cotton pop, we'll use the black. This is the little mason jar, and we're going to use a little bit of shimmer, and we're going to do the jar in like just a little bit of, because it's just going to give it a little bit of an outline, right? So don't forget, you always want to make sure no air bubbles. And then what Chalk has done with this release is that a lot of the items that they did, they made it more almost like watercolor, like with like etchings and stuff, so then you can fill in the colors if you want. And of course, one of the reasons I always do shimmer is because shimmer takes longer to dry, right? So we're going to pull this up, and we're going to put its backing sheet on, because we need this to dry a little bit. Now, how many of you loved this? How many of you loved the Orion? Because I have been challenged to get 2 new club members, 1 Perks member, and 5 small orders starting now and then again in August. And man, I hate that. So I'm like, well, what could I do for my customers? So I thought I could either put everyone's name in who orders or becomes a club member, that you would get a chance to win this, or you can have a chance to win the A-frame. So that is my thoughts here, because I want you guys to get something out of these challenges. Now, I probably should have did this up just a smidge, because the bottom of the mason jar might get hid in the the holder. Okay, so we need to get a little bit of the blue. So what we need is like our Duchess, and we're gonna paint with the Duchess. So my paintbrush is wet because I actually cleaned them before I came live. I know, imagine that, right? So it's so weird to see my dad on here. So I'm assuming, Chrissy, is that you? So we're just gonna like fill the jar a little bit. And we're just doing like, so it kind of looks like there's water in here, but you know, like not dark water. I just talked to my dad the other day on the phone that I got him, because the other phone that I sent him, some reason quit working or whatever. So I was paying for it, and I'm like, yep, I'm not paying for that. So I was like, I'm done with that. So now we're gonna dry this again. So Cindy, did you have any issues with the outage this morning? Some of the hospitals did. A lot of the airlines had a lot of issues. Thank God our hospital didn't have any issues. Because once I get Jason there, it's like, ugh. Okay, so we need to do a little reading on this again, because I gotta make sure. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna just take a couple of tablespoons of the sea salt, and you're gonna mix it with the Dixie Belle sea salt, and to a peanut butter consistency. And then with a paintbrush, you're gonna dab and smooth on your paint to form crust and peaks. And when it's dry, then you can paint on another color and sand it. So we're gonna try that. But first, now that this is all done, we are going to put these in here. And I don't know the color of the cotton things. I'm going to think that they're brown, but I don't know. Does anyone know the color of the cotton? Like stems? So I'm going to say they're espresso. Oh my God. Do you see what happens when I get up so early? My brain just goes, la, 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 la. Yeah. So we're going to go in here, because for some reason in my mind, the little things that go around the, and then we'll have to layer this back on top so that the jar actually looks like these are inside the jar. Right? So we just go in and do this, and then we're going to hit some of those edges, and then we're going to try that sea salt. Now, don't forget, if you are in Anago or the surrounding areas, I'm also going to be doing a few workshops. So if you are interested in that and you don't want to do it at your house, I have a few different places that I can do it in. So, you know what? I think we're just going to do this all in the brown and just give it like a little bit of a shadow, and then we'll do the white on top. We'll see how that works. Well, I don't know. Yeah, because you see a lot of them do like the paint shops and stuff, and I've done those too. I did pumpkin and snowman one, and but I like to do some workshops with chalk. Now, if you're a hostess for me and you invite between 6 to 10 guests, your cost is free because you invited all your friends to come to the party. And then if we do it at one of these places, they can buy beverages or, you know, stuff there. And then you don't have to worry about cleaning up or anything like that, right? So I'm going to pull this off. And then once this is dry, then we'll put this back on and do the jar just in that area, okay? So it says to take this, we're going to use an icky one, and you're going to lightly put this on. I don't know how much to do, so we're going to start with a little bit. And I think I want to do the vanilla because I don't want a white. He's only my buddy because I worked with him at AT&T. Otherwise, not my buddy. So, we need a little bit more paint because this is a little thick right now. Gotta make sure I'm going to use another one. Yeah, they were showing on the news some of the different festivals and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I so miss going to all of those. But it is what it is. Hopefully, Jason will get a kidney transplant, and we will go from there, and maybe, you know, I can find someone to go with because I don't like going to any of those festivals alone. I've done it in the past and I don't really care to do it. I don't really care to do it. Oh my God, I really need that fan to turn this way on me because I cleaned my carpets. I turned off my air when I was cleaning the carpet so that I could get a really good we're going to see first how close this is. Okay, so this is dry, so we're going to quickly do the jar again. See if we can line it out pretty dang close, because we just want to do up here where the jar where those stems covered up the jar. And tomorrow, well, you basically were always alone when you went anyways. So we're going to come in here and I'm just going to dab a little bit because I got a little extra on the paintbrush. We're going to come up in here. And of course I got to choose to do this on black where it's harder to see, but you know me. Everything the hard way to make it easier for you guys to see. So then we're going to just dab this stuff on. This stuff is pretty thick. don't know. I guess I just like it better to have somebody with me when I go to those things. When I went to Country USA, I went like twice by myself. And I know the one time I went and found like, that's when I was sitting in the grass. I went and found a family. That's when it was at the old Country USA one. And I went and there was a family like real nearby. So it looked like I was with them, but you know, I really wasn't. But no one knew, so no one knew that I was alone. Because I was always worried about, you know, like walking out to your car alone and everything. Because it's different for a girl than it is for a guy. So, I'm going to put this on here. I think it actually needs a little bit more paint, but it seems so thick. I know it's supposed to be thicker, but it seems so thick. And then you just keep taking and basically like glopping it on. So it'll give it like a lot of movement and texture and everything. So if you guys are interested in the workshop, either you can do, if you're not in the Anago area, workshops can be done by Zoom. And we would do a Zoom, so then it's easier for you guys to talk to me. Yeah, see, I don't have no one up here to go with. And I don't like that, but. And now my sister is back in Virginia again. So even if I wanted to do something, say like this weekend, I don't have anyone to, you know, to do it with, so. Try and get that, squish it a little bit. So now you'll see that, do you see how it looks? They look really, like there's more of a presence there to them. Now we're going to add a little bit of this caramel. And I think I'm going to paint the stems a little bit too. So just to give it a little bit. Don't want to put that in there. And if you get it too thick, take a little bit of your bottled water. Well, thanks, Tammy. See, and I would have had no clue how to do this, honestly. But, you know, they're always saying, hey, look at this technique. And somebody, you know, said, oh, we should try this out. And they did. And then they show us all how to do it. And that's how a lot of us learn. So this week is on the 20th, is something down on the 5th, on 5th Ave. And then fireworks are this weekend too. So we have fireworks this weekend, but I know there was supposed to be some more stuff, and I'm just like, I quit paying attention after, you know, because I don't have no one to go with. So I don't normally then. So we're just gonna kind of like go lightly in here, pull them up, and just make them so that it's not so flat. Because man, they look just so flat compared to the cotton. So I want just a little bit of a rough texture on there, like just a little bit, you know. So I'm going to try and just tap just a little bit out. But today was definitely a perfect day to clean carpets. It wasn't like too warm, but warm, just like warm enough. And there was a breeze for a long time actually coming in my patio, so that was nice. And it was just nice. And now, like, I only did like my main living area, and then I'll do like the hallway and the craft room, and then maybe I'll do my bedroom. But I need to hit like underneath Jason's bed, because when we were gone his cat wasn't happy. And I'm looking for a Q-tip. Like, where'd my Q-tips go? Oh, you know what? This one looks so cute on there. Look it. Yeah, and see, for me, it's hard because I never know, like, how Jason is going to be. You know, I could say, oh, Cindy, I'll take you, but you know, I just never know with him. So we're just adding a little bit. I don't like this one. I gotta clean that up a little bit, just to give it a little bit, right? I almost wonder if this would have went on better just with the stir stick than trying to do it with the paintbrush. Just to give it that little bit of a chunky look. Chunky like me. So Jason has lost a lot of weight since last year. And I'm like, okay, so we're on the same diet. I walk while he's doing dialysis. And do you think I've lost any weight? No. I'm like, that sucks. That sucks. So I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit. Just wet a Q-tip, and we're going to go in here. And see, look. Does he get a little sticky on him? He does, but of course they make these things so hard to get off. Yeah, like today I was just going to get ready to go out and walk, and there was some trouble. So like sometimes his blood sugar will drop, or his blood pressure, and today it was his blood pressure that dropped. Ugh. And I didn't feel comfortable leaving him though. So let's see if we can get one of these. I'll go with that. Yeah, and see, like, I wanted to do some of the craft shows, but the only problem is, for me, is if Jason would need something and I'm at the craft show and I don't have no one to watch my items, I can't, you know, I just can't leave that. So we're going to try and add one more bee here. See if we can get this back and sheet off. And I'm just going to put the bee up here somewhere. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So at a distance, this looks really good. I mean, you can see it up close too, but look at the difference in that. I need a really thin paintbrush to go in and just touch on these a little bit. So that they're close to the same coloring, right? So otherwise it were really super dark. Hey Celine, how are you? Did you enjoy your time in Wisconsin? See? So then what this says is, it says, wind dry, paint on another color, and then sand. But you don't have to. You can leave it just like this and have it be, but you need to let this dry, like really dry. And then, I don't know where its base is. La, la, la. I took its base and used it somewhere else. I don't know where so let me see. There we go. So then, see, look at that. Oh, and I did the jar just right too. Now, you could do something on the back side if you want, depends on where this is. You know what would be really pretty on the back side is that sunflower that I showed. That would look really pretty. These things have a little way. Here we go. So after it dries, though, I might go in and just see what happens to it. And, you know, go from there. But this is just different stuff. Different stuff. And I used our new vanilla, so it wasn't like white. You did? Possibly coming back for another a super short weekend trip for a few concerts? Oh my God. Then you're getting ready to go to Alaska? Oh. I couldn't even imagine going to Alaska. I mean, that's on my bucket list, but Jason is worried to go on a cruise, so. And don't forget, everything that you see here is for sale, and you would just have to send me a message, and then I can tell you how much it is with shipping and stuff, because what I would do is I'd weigh it here and then send it out by pirate ship, because that's a lot cheaper. So yeah, or I can help you make it yourself, because that's a lot of fun too. Because for me, like, you can do this like I do it standing, because that's just how I'm more comfortable, but most of the designers I see all set. So I'm like, oh yeah. And there's so many concerts coming up. Oh my gosh, so many. I have not been to a concert, one, since I moved up here, and two, it was probably 2016 or 17. Yeah, I know they have like special cruises for those people on dialysis, so that they have it set up so they can look out the window when they're at dialysis. But it's just being on a ship for him, and like all those germs. So yeah, but we would like to go to Alaska to see like the glaciers. We'd like to go when the northern lights are out, and to see the whales, to see the sea lions. I mean, all that stuff. I look at all that stuff, and I follow someone, Christine, I can't think of what her last name is. She's now going by LaDonna's or something like that. There was a whole bunch of issues. And she lives on a cruise ship 6 months out of the year. So I love watching her. Like, she goes around and she talks about all the different things up in Alaska. And that is so much fun. But then she also says, like, if you choose not to get off the ship during one of the ports, you basically have the whole ship to yourself, which is kind of cool too. So I hope that you guys like this. My name is LaDonna. This is Happy-go-Lowery's Creations. I ask one thing of you and one thing only. Okay, 3 things. Please give my videos in post, give me a heart if you would. Share this out, and then drop a quick comment, because if you drop a comment, that says to Facebook, oh look, she has people, you know, paying attention to her and stuff. So, and then they'll send it out even further, because a lot of times they start with 5 people, 10 people, 20. I may have over 5,000 people that I'm friends, acquaintance, Facebook friends with, but not all of them are getting to see my stuff. So I hope that you guys have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. I know here we're supposed to get a lot of rain on Sunday and then Monday, but enjoy it while we have it, because, you know, before we know it, we'll be on that slippery downhill slope. I mean, we were at like 48 degrees the other morning. So you guys have a great night, and I will chit chat with you all later. And thanks for popping in. I really do appreciate it. Y'all have a great night. Bye now.